Day rocks. New 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 day rocks.
Alright, now I got it much. Jobber Nation, welcome to a short and sweet episode of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle Formation here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. We come to you guys a little early, but nevertheless, we are here this week. We're going to talk about some things going on as we are on the road to Wrestlemania, which is next weekend. So make sure those that are going to be in the tri-state area to RSVP for our WrestleMania viewing party night 1 and night 2. So make sure to do that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're going to be out in Dallas, you can definitely come say hey to us. We'll be definitely at Wrestlemania. We'll definitely be there for the culture. And then those that are going to be there for WrestleMania, the Tailgate Mania Club is throwing. There are still limited tickets for the tailgate available. So if you are interested, please hit up Mania Club for more information on that. Also, too, if you're looking for a bus ride to WrestleMania, they have limited seats left for both nights. So just if you are interested, you can hit me up and I can point you in that right direction. Last but not least, thank you to Anthony Cole and the team at BCW. This past weekend, they had their Queen of the North 3 show. So there was that welcome back show after 2 years.
It was good.
Where they crowned, shout outs to Ruthless Lala as the new BCW Women's Champion. And also their new BCW World Heavyweight Champion is no other than Roddy's wife, Marina Shafir. So now you have two amazingly athletic women representing the BCW faithfuls. So it was so dope to see some familiar faces. Shout out to A Shot of Wrestling. I haven't seen them in a while, so it was really good to
How they doing?
Pandemic.
They're good, yeah. Like
how they doing?
Really be.
My son, what's that dude's name that we liked? That was on our show. Slick Dick Rick or something like that.
He's not a part of their team no more. That's a throwback, but
Since when?
Since like right around when we did that episode. Like he hadn't really been in wrestling after that. Like he popped up, I think I had saw him at an Outlaw show. And other than that, Jono
wow.
But yeah, shout out to A Shot of Wrestling. Shout out to Boulevard Bullies that were out there too.
Shout out to the Dirty Heels.
Shout out to the Dirty Heels for giving a live intake on BCW's Queen of the North show. All right, so let's jump into it this week. What do you guys want to talk about first? Since we are, it's a short but sweet episode.
Oh, Cody Luther X is continuously to make the rise throughout the news. Cody Luther X.
If there was one man that can continuously be in people's mouths, Cody Rhodes wins by hands down, mind you. Shout out to Michael Bostic in the background.
Cody Luther X has made his name. Cody is like the rapper who like left the label, got extra popping, and then came back to the label and was like, yo, son, give me a new contract.
Snoop Dogg.
That's like Hove when Hove like fake retired and then came back and was like,
It's kind of like it's kind of like going to it's kind of like leaving a basketball team because they cut you, and you ask for a trade and you get fired nice, and then you come back to
James Harden. Well, no, James Harden didn't do it. Like he didn't go back to. Okay,
James Harden is a self-sabotaging.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't use that as an example.
Sabotages every team he goes on when he gets bored. That man is toxic.
If he would have honestly stuck it out just a smidge with Houston, just a smidge,
No.
James Harden is a hoe.
No. Houston, no, definitely not Houston. The Brooklyn Nets, yes. If you had stuck it out, I heard that Kyrie dogged him in basketball and called him a has-been. That's why he left. That's what I heard.
he wouldn't have been lying. But Kyrie got to look in the mirror too. But that's either here or there.
Whoa. Kyrie get busy. I don't think it's hard to get him busy like Kyrie. I'm just saying. Kyrie get busy. And now he about to be playing all games now. Listen, I ain't Brooklyn Nets fan.
Brooklyn Nets fans is hype.
I'm just saying though.
No, you know why? Because the baseballs were like, nah, B, run it. So he made the rule. It's an exception to athletes and entertainers.
Yeah.
Listen.
Somebody from the Yankees have probably put mad money on the table. Like, listen.
Right.
They sent the bag to Eric Adams' crib and said, "Yo, here's a head.
Just FYI,
here's a horse's head and cash. What do you want?"
I mean, people may talk about Eric Adams, though, but people have to understand New York is the business first. So once you understand that people may feel more safe in New York, they're gonna spend money, dickheads. So certain stuff that's happening in New York, it happens. This is a result of the pandemic. Niggas out here hurting out here. That's the result. So we got to tighten up a little bit.
Yo, next year makes 2 years since Vince McMahon made wrestlers essential workers.
That's gangsta as fuck. Like, when you look back at that, like, I was just like, because when the pandemic came, I was like, fuck, wrestling's about to go. Everything's about to go.
Mm-hmm.
And Vincent Kennedy McMahon said, absolutely not.
He kept podcasters in the business. We had something to talk about every week.
Yo, people don't understand. A couple of years, the Dark Side of the Ring episode about to be fire. Was about to be fire. Come on, part 1 and 2.
But hold on. It's the mere fact that Vincent Kennedy McMahon was sitting at the table with the leaders of all major sports.
Mm-hmm.
This we are fans of wrestling, but wrestling is a sport, but more of a
entertainment side.
No, it's more of a it's a combat sport, but not a combat sport. It's kind of like a performing arts of sports. And they took that and said, we're going to make this as you guys essential workers, like your doctors.
Y'all saving lives.
But listen. If you really think about Nets, break it down for the economic sense. It kept a lot of people money in their pocket.
It did. And
outside the ring,
for people who got released, it was rough. That was a rough time. I mean, they got paid for 3 months, but a couple niggas lost their jobs in the pandemic, so they felt like niggas felt during the pandemic.
Okay, but you just got to pick yourself up. But going back to Cody, it was.
Oh, that's another fire Dark Side of the Ring episode. Cody Luther X. That's gonna be a fire episode.
The Rhodes family. That's intriguing in itself. Like, that has to just be one by itself. Like,
shout out to Brandy Rhodes for getting the gig on some new channel. She said freak wrestling. I hate that fans.
She said, "Fuck
y'all don't appreciate me. I'm getting bigger bag. I'm getting real bag out here. The watch wrestling fans hate watch it. Look at her cooking. It's so nasty. Watch and get her mad ratings.
Oh, listen. You gotta make what it do. But yeah, so officially was announced that Cody has signed and had been signed to WWE for a few weeks, almost about 2 weeks now. I think they should have still kept it hush, but whatever.
I mean, WWE signed him. Like, his first offer was $500,000. His new offer, $3 million. You wouldn't take that? You would not take that? Listen, everybody complaining that Cody talking mad trash about WWE, but half of y'all take your exes back after he cheat on you and get the next girl pregnant. I'm just saying, though, son. All right, all y'all dudes out there, y'all took out females that was sucking a whole nigga's dick. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying out here, B. You took Shorty back after you sucking 20 dicks on camera, B. So, I'm just saying.
But were they together or not?
Yo, yes, he on a nigga.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying everybody get on Cody for dissing WWE, but I'm looking like, yo, it's business. It was never personal. Not one time Cody took any personal shots at WWE.
But I've been saying this for the past, like, what is it, 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Cody does not fit in with AEW.
No,
It
it's no shot at AEW. It's no shot at WWE. It's just the fact that this nigga, Cody Luther X, is not an AEW type of fit.
That wasn't the struggle for him. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't come from the same struggles like Darby Allin being living in his car and shit like that. Like, he don't know what that looks like or what it means.
But
so
then
he's
again, though,
going to relate to a whole roster that is completely different.
But supposedly
from you,
the rumor is supposedly the vision between them, between TK and Cody, was that Cody wanted to push the younger guys more. And TK kept signing new people, and Cody was like, "Nah, this ain't the move. This ain't the wave." Because if you think about it, a lot of the black females, especially that came to AEW, were from Cody. A lot of like Ricky Starks is from Cody.
Yeah,
and a few other people are from Cody. He was trying to build up new people, and this is rumors that TK was on some like, nah. I'm trying to get these mega signings in, which is in they didn't find a compromise. I just don't like the way that Kenny went off on this interview.
What he said.
Basically, he was just like,
that's not my problem. That's not my nigga. So
yeah, basically,
I don't know what you're talking about. That's how it came off.
He basically said, like, I didn't really fuck with him in the first place. We were just business partners. We never really broke bread with each other. We didn't fuck with each other like that.
Yeah, they never really quote, like, if Kenny's focus was the women's division, like, I wouldn't have seen them cross paths like that anyway. But you would think that because they all EVPs, that they be kumbaya, but that wasn't the case.
But the thing of difference do I see about Cody is he see the bigger picture. Because yes, Cody did win a lot, but when he lost, it matters because him losing to Sammy Guevara elevated Sammy. Him losing to Darby Allin elevated him. You understand? Every time he did lose, it did feel like a big deal. So one thing that I do have to commend Cody is Cody did his job. He definitely did his job. Like you beat the older talent to lose the younger talent. It makes sense. That's how you elevate your star.
No. Yeah, but it just sounded like that wasn't what the owner of the company. That was his vision. So
and another thing about Cody too is my brother said it a while ago. Cody is a throwback where he still values the vignettes. He still values the promos. He still values the old school way of doing wrestling. AEW stars, just like what's name said in AEW. So what I noticed is they're like still living off the fact that I got to do these big moves so people come into the next indie show. But not understanding that the big moves may get them in the door, but the storytell that keeps them in the seats. And that's what I've noticed that missing a lot of AEW. Yes, AEW is getting better at it in recent time though, but it's kind of hard to get WWE people who love WWE into liking AEW. Like you got AEW doing certain things that doesn't match up with everybody, and then you got WWE fans they say that don't watch it. So it's kind of like they have so much things going against each other. I mean, going against them. Sorry.
Well, one thing that I don't think we'll see how it plays out is that, as everyone knows, Tony Khan has purchased Ring of Honor, and he has stated that it will be run completely separate from AEW, that they look to do weekly shows, and that they are running Supercard during WrestleMania weekend,
it's trash because there's no
which is going side by side with SmackDown in the Hall of Fame. So, what are your thoughts on them now? You're starting to hear more and more about what's going to be done. And then who do you think will actually be coming back to Ring of Honor? Who would you like to see? Mrblacc, you have some strong thoughts on certain particular group that has not been welcomed back.
I don't understand because you basically running another AEW 2.0. If you want to redo something with a Ring of Honor, Make it different. Make a real different feel to it. Yes, you got real wrestling, then bring back the whole sports entertainment aspect to AEW to really separate the brand. Because other than that, you're not gonna get a mass appeal. I'm sorry, wrestling fans don't appreciate no new incoming, and it's such a learning curve to learn a Ring of Honor. So honestly, if you really gonna do it, Poppy, yo, make it different. Bring back Shane Taylor. I don't know why he's not a supercard. That's one of the hottest groups you had. Black people, dominant, something different seen on screen. Imagine seeing O'Shea on screen. Matt
Well,
Aki. Come on.
if you think about it, you know why.
No, you're right. I do know right, but at some point, I'm not accepting that. I'm not gonna talk negativity no more. I'm gonna speak life in this situation. It's gonna happen. If you really want to change, you run that bad boy way differently. Fuck it. Like at the end of the day, I love hardcore wrestling fans, but at the end of the day, you kind of keep a lot of people out the sport.
So this Ring of Honor thing is funny to me because so I'm a history major. Everybody that's listening, and you guys already know that.
Okay.
And the reason why I mention it, history repeats itself.
Okay.
And people who hear this are probably like, "No, Lucas, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about." When Vince bought WCW back in the day, right?
Okay.
He bought WCW. The original plan, a lot of people don't know this, was to run WCW as a separate show on a separate channel.
Yeah, we know.
But nobody wanted to pick it up. Sound familiar? Sinclair dropped ROH. Where they're going to find another streaming service, whatever. But, that's a different conversation. And that was one of the biggest reasons. Number two is a lot of stars who were big stars with WCW didn't come over until later on, until it was too late, because they wanted their contracts to finish up. Because they're still getting guaranteed money.
Okay.
And the reason why I mention that is it may not be the same thing with ROH, but a lot of stars are coming over. One big star, which was carrying your 6-man tag division, which was one of the biggest, which rejuvenized that title, the 3-man title, was Shane Taylor Promotions. And they're nowhere to be found near ROH. Cool. ROH Supercard has a lot of AEW talent on there. The Invasion angle had a lot of WWE talent. And also, remember when they were unifying the belts and they were having a tournament for the belt?
Which one?
The WC, like there was like the WC title belt, whatever. They're doing something with it, whatever. And they had a tournament
for it.
Huh?
They had a tournament. People just kept on winning it. That's it.
Yeah, they only had WWE guys on it. So what I'm trying to say is that,
but think about it to that same point. Think about how when you talk about Invasion right now, ROH technically has the Invasion line going on with Impact.
And how is that going?
Well, it's not bad. It's decent because you got Eddie Edwards' ass that's now the Judas, and he's with
but
ROH
the thing is though, Impact doesn't own. Why are they're not invading AEW? Why aren't they on AEW TV? Why is your biggest match? I think who is Swerve going up against?
Fuck, I forgot. It is somebody too. I forgot.
Oh my, I remember.
Is Swerve is going up against? You have FTR.
I just think it's funny how FTR versus the fucking Briscoes is happening when AEW doesn't want to sign the Briscoes because Warner Media has an issue with a tweet from 10 years ago.
Yeah, but the thing about it, you still putting on a show, you can still put on a show with them on. So what I'm trying to say is that,
but it's on pay-per-view. It's on pay-per-view.
No. I get that. I'm not denying that. What I'm trying to say is that there's nothing like different being done right now. We're not being brought into like this new possibilities of like them really working things. And you know what? it's still too early to say anything. Maybe they need to finish that storyline at Impact, and then maybe they'll bring it over to AEW to do something of that nature. But the thing is, I don't see anything really happening if you don't even have your champions, because they said they're gonna bring the 3-man title to AEW. So why not bring Shane Taylor and his boys over there? You know what I mean? If they're the last 3-man tag in ROH.
They wasn't. They lost it.
Who did they lose it to? Was that the last show?
That was the last show, yeah, which I didn't agree with them losing the titles at the last
They did
show.
lose it. You are right. That was the
However,
last. The thing about it, they're the most prominent team with that title. Well, they had the longest for the most part. You know what I mean? And then, do you even count that win? Or was that win done? Or was that win done because they know that deal was going to go through?
I don't think they knew it from that far out. Because it was done last year. It was done because you remember they said they made a big deal about that. It was the last show. Yeah. And Jay Lethal.
So no, they didn't know that AEW would have picked them up or that they would have been on the bidding block. However, they knew they was coming back for Supercard. They knew certain things are happening. So those certain individuals that you intentionally would want to be on that, you would have told them. And I can tell y'all, they ain't tell them nothing.
Yo, this is way off topic. The type of energy that Tay Conti and Sammy have, I love. Because they don't give a fuck.
Sick of this Dan Lambert nigga. I can't.
But Tay Conti literally got with Sammy right after his engagement went downhill. Like a week later, shit
does happen, but
they're with each other, loving each other. And they don't give a fuck what the haters are saying.
Duh.
This might be the best match, the best feud that's going on. Ricky Starks and Isaiah Swerve Scott. I mean Swerve.
Speaking of that, once again, I think that we was low key right, because how Swerve is in AEW, I feel like he's more authentic than like he was in Hit Row.
I mean, I said this already.
And like I felt that when he was doing Raw, Hero was good towards the end when he was feeling himself. But at first, I felt that he was trying to be a cool rapper, but at the same exact time, like a conscious rapper at the same exact time. And it was just like, nah, bro, like you're not the cool kid, you're just you. And I felt that too much confidence entrance.
But I feel like he's the same there. Every time he talks, he sounds like he's spitting a 16 bar. Like he talks like he raps.
The thing is though, I think he has adjusted the character a little bit more. Like
there you go.
You know, when you're like a producer, right? There's different knobs of the tempo, the whatever, like different types of beat. I think he's turned the knob on all facets and different types of it to adjust who he is. I think this is the last form of him.
Okay, because
if he was a Pokemon, this would be his last form.
Because he comes off more authentic, he comes off more confident behind the role and everything like that. So yeah. Yo, you heard that his man, everybody AEW, like he went online and said nobody likes him at AEW, the Plug Enemy podcast. You heard about that?
Who?
The big dude. He was like, nobody AEW likes him.
AJ Francis?
You're gonna have to.
Yeah. On the Plug Enemy podcast. Y'all didn't hear that?
I didn't hear the whole thing.
Listen to people's podcast.
So what did he say?
You can't expect that from
basically
me.
Saying that the people in AEW don't like him. They don't want him in the locker room.
I told you guys this. He has a bad reputation.
Why?
Because people's mouths say things and people's tones just
like
why? How?
Listen,
think about
I wasn't there. I wasn't there because listen. I wasn't there. But the rumor is, and I've heard from people that he's not the greatest person to get on. But at the same time, I don't know how true that is. Because sometimes when you're a person of color, you speak up, you get...
People don't know how to take that.
Yeah.
You can just say something so regularly, like it's nothing. and you got people that's hearing it and listening, and how that's translated through some other person can be totally different than how you said it and how you meant to say it.
Yeah.
So, but you can tell,
like,
but you can tell from how you can tell, like, from him, like, he probably, his tone and how he presents the shit is probably wild.
He speaks like a nigga.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't be. So unless you can relate to that, or you have a front, like, unless you know that type of attitude and tone, you're not gonna know what to do with that.
Yeah, no. AEW is dumb white.
You don't know how to do that. They don't know how to translate.
I mean, but then again, though, bro, that you did been a whole diss song about them, bro, and you went kind of in to white people's standards.
But to be fair, though, Max Caster always out here talking wild shit about people. He does the same thing.
It's in the confine of AEW.
Yeah, and the fact that he's talking to his opponent, like, bro, I know you. We had a discussion. That's it. Like, this AJ,
and also,
no, we don't know you, bro.
You also got to understand is, like, AJ was looking for smoke when he was spitting these bars. That's one. Like, he was looking for smoke. Like, let's take away tone, race, everything. Let's strip that away.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking for the smoke from AEW people, son. Like, he was looking for the smoke from AEW people.
That's what it came off as.
And
when you represent the opposition, like, you just got.
But then again, though,
opposition hard.
But then again, though, but then again, though, it's just like rap. Yo, this is pretend. We don't take this seriously. Like, at the end of the day, you may make a song about shooting me up. You know damn well that we're not gonna do it. At the end of the day, it's like kind of a code. Like,
wait. All right.
Because Tupac definitely said, "I fuck your bitch," and
he did.
How true is that? How true is that? Listen, I wasn't there. Again,
I will put $500.
My guy.
I will put $500 that he did it. He started the song and said, "I'll fuck your bitch."
I fucked your bitch.
Okay. Grant that. Jeezy was telling us to trap or die, but it wasn't trapping and dying. He was going to private school and living. So at the end of the day, this is his rap shit.
That's the same.
He was not pushing.
That's the same like the
his
clips.
son was not pushing. I didn't say him. I said his son. That's what I said.
He was saying trap or die. Who was saying trap or die?
Jeezy. Basically trap or die, but yeah, his son was not doing that. So basically
he's like this. He was talking about himself.
But people took the wrong. You know how rap music is. Like, don't put ignorant dogs. You know how people take that literally, boy. Like, come on, man. Like, think about it.
He was talking about trap or die about himself.
But listen. At the end of the day, don't play dumb, y'all. Y'all is playing dumb now. Like, how many times niggas took that shit seriously, B? Like, hip hop influence mad niggas, B. Do not play dumb now. You'll be, oh no, don't play dumb.
About?
No. Y'all trying to play me, son. Listen, at the end of the day,
what are you talking about? Who's trying to play
listen. Y'all trying to play me right now. Listen, all I'm saying is this: the whole AJ thing is there's certain codes in wrestling. Yo, this is wrestling. Don't take this seriously. You don't hit certain lines. He came from an NFL background. He don't know certain codes.
No,
like, for example.
But the thing is though, we have to scrap. You talked wild shit, and you want to work with me? Nigga, suck me off.
You're saying the same thing I said, bro.
That's the same. That was the same attitude a lot of people had about Enzo. He was talking wild shit about people.
Again, this is what happened.
Listen. I get what you're saying. You don't just want to take it seriously. It is what it is. But me,
but he took he crossed certain lines. That's what I mean. Like, certain lines you just don't cross, and he crossed them. That's what I mean. Certain actually just don't cross. Like, in a promo, you don't say certain things. Like, for example, if I'm going against Darius Lockhart in promo, I'm going to say wrestling shit, nothing personal. For example, like, let's say how that, that he had like 4 baby mothers, hypothetically speaking. I'm not going to talk about that. Nothing to do with wrestling. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah.
Wait, so no, but does that the same? Wait, so does that mean like families off the table because Samoa Joe went in on AJ Styles' wife hard?
Again, they probably had a conversation. As long as you have conversation, okay, certain things, that's cool. But you don't know me, AJ. I don't fuck with you. So who are you to say certain things?
That's what I'm saying. He crossed the line. He crossed the line. We have to fight.
Exactly.
Yes. And the thing is, I'm not mad at him for doing that because in retrospect, they were the hottest thing out, right? He didn't think he was gonna get released.
Braun Strowman. Look at Braun Strowman. Some bad shit. Now look, got released.
Bray Wyatt.
Nah, Bray Wyatt, like he never talked trash though.
But I'm just saying, it's like you never. And this opens another conversation of like
Break it down, dog.
being a wrestler, son. Every day is like fucking like Hunger Games.
I never thought that way. Elaborate.
Son, you can either get fucked up, aka Biggie. You could
who almost lost his life. Who almost witnessed death on TV.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Then
wow.
You can also next thing, you can also just get released by a company. Like Joey Janela hasn't gotten a call back from Tony Khan.
That nigga is waiting for a call back.
Nigga hasn't called him back. So that check that he gets every 2 weeks has stopped.
So I was listening to Jim Cornette talking about Joey Janela earlier, and Cornette said, "Well, I guess
this is not white man podcast.
I guess it was all it's clips." He said, "I guess after the whole thing with Swollen now, Tony Khan decided not to call nobody back, so he ain't call back Chavo. He ain't calling back Joey Janela."
But that's the thing where it's like this shit is not guaranteed. You really
shit be taken away in a minute.
You really are an entertainer because you can be hot. You can be hot, and then if the shit don't hit, you're immediately pulled. I.e., for instance, Big E.
Or what about that dude that Deal Brown paralyzed
Draws.
Something like that could happen. Or you could of course. Or like AJ Styles or like was it Ray that who killed somebody in the ring?
No.
Ray.
Well, yeah, the guy had hit the ropes really.
Yeah. A basic wrestling move. You know, or that dude from
or Joey and whatchamacallit,
Tyson Kidd. Simple wrestling move. AJ Cat, my brother's right. Wrestling is like the low key the Hunger Games.
Son, you can lose your shit, and that's why it's like that shit is wild anxiety.
So is it like Gladiators?
No,
like the movie.
Because the thing
I never saw the movie, so I don't know.
Oh,
because all right. Because let's play this. If you wrestle right, and you reach mid-card level, you're getting a decent check. Let's just use WWE as you're getting a decent check, get a decent living. But at the same time,
give us a number. Like our audience love numbers.
Like $200K to maybe $500K, you'll get a year.
What happened?
Okay, so that's great money.
Yeah, which is a decent living, but at the same time, that shit could end in next year. This shit is like being a rapper, son. You can have one hot song and disappear.
And it be gone. Well, that's what happens typically, with the one-hit wonders. Who's a one-hit wonder in wrestling?
Eugene.
No, niggas was behind Eugene for a little bit.
The handicap kid that Brock killed.
Zach Gowen.
Why was that? That's where you went?
Okay. Yeah, but Eugene is one of that because after his stitch got tired. Eugene. How? Eugene didn't do nothing.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth is one.
Mikey says Snitsky.
You know who had a hot album?
Who?
And they had good singles off of it? Enzo.
Who? Yes.
Yeah.
Enzo had one good hot album.
Yeah.
Well, he said Simon Dean. You really listed them out.
Simon Dean. Okay.
Yeah. Before we move on. Who else? I gotta ask the musician.
Who had a hot
Who had a hot summer?
Punk.
Cena. Sick of that Punk.
Who had a hot?
This nigga said Kofi.
Kofi. Oh, you know who had that? Who else had like a lot of like Like he had a hot album, and every once in a blue we come out a hot single. Zack Ryder.
I think I had 2 hot singles in the summer. He didn't have a hot album.
Zack
You
Ryder.
wildin',
And
you
I was
wildin'.
like that
Yo,
got out.
nah, B. Yo, I'm gonna break down Zack Ryder. My son started with the mixtape. He was ahead of his time, B. He was a soldier boy, B. On
Yes,
YouTube,
you know
get his
what?
mixtape out here, B.
You know what? Zack Ryder is Soldier Boy.
The mixtapes.
Yeah, like his YouTube was mixtape days, and he got hot, got an album, little
He
like
said the king of the
yo,
underground.
he was. Then after that, what happened? He got started. You know what? He was a battle rapper. You know, battle rappers cannot transition well to the mainstream. So then, next thing you know, he got simmered down, and then he got
Zack
heated up.
Ryder's a battle rapper.
Nah. Mike Canona, aka Zack Ryder, is Soldier Boy.
Matt Cardona is Soldier
He
Boy.
is.
Yes,
He is.
Matt Cardona is Soldier Boy. Because
Yeah.
the reason why he's Soldier Boy was because he ruled the internet first.
Yes, he did.
And then
Because he did the internet shit first. Like,
and then he never. But the thing about it, he got hot, but he never like got mainstream hot.
he never pop lid.
Yeah.
I had to hop up on my bed. That was kind of.
So I think that well, dang, man, wrestling. I think John Morrison is the Snoop Dogg because he be everything. B. Think about it. He's Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, I cannot stand that nigga hosting a show. I tell y'all that much. I can see why he did not do the second season of the Go Big Show because he's difficult to hear on as a host.
Brian Danielson is Kendrick Lamar.
Well, because he always stood for like
What?
a cause.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Isn't it cabinet?
So who's the Hove?
Who's the Hove?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now.
Right now,
not like ever though. Like
honestly speaking, you gonna get mad at this. It's Roman.
He said Roman.
Explain.
So the reason why Roman is like Hove is because of the consistency of him being on top. Nigga's been hot for 10 summers, B. He's been hot for 10 summers.
That nigga, listen, the transition of t-shirts that Roman Reigns is going through.
Yes. And then he came into the game like Rockefeller because he had his bigs and he had his Dave.
Hold on. Let me add on to it. Don't forget.
Dame Dash?
Huh?
Nah. Because like niggas fuck with D'Ambrose to this day.
No, but I'm saying it's like he came in with a group.
Yeah.
That was elevating him. The reason for the group was to elevate him.
So who's T.I.?
Who's T.I.? Keith Lee, because they both speak the same.
Yeah.
Exponentially, sir.
What?
So,
why was that your go-to?
Because the nigga speaks like that.
So who's the Kanye of Kanye?
Who's the Kanye of wrestling?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Who's the Kanye of wrestling?
Kanye or Kanye current?
Just Kanye by the way. Yeah.
Who would the Kanye be in wrestling right now?
Could you go with Cody?
Yeah, because he's delusional.
No.
It's Cody. Because I tell you why. It's Cody. Because Cody's such a visionary.
He sees shit that we don't see.
He sees stuff
Cody.
that
He's Cody because Kanye West was dressing like a prep kid around hood niggas. Cody was dressing like a rich nigga around poor wrestlers.
Okay.
You said a rich nigga around poor wrestlers.
Yo, think about it. Yo, my nigga, son, you wear an Armani suit at a wrestling event.
No,
boy,
it's even worse because you wear an Armani suit to an indie show. You're walking to an indie show
and elevated.
First of all, half the budget went to pay for you.
For you.
Don't forget that. So he's the Kanye West of it. He's like, it's true. Look at Kanye West. Like he's over here wearing he's over here wearing these futuristic look at sneakers. Stuff that Cody, like, think about it. That catch on your neck, Cody. That's a
Okay.
Kanye move.
Okay, Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. Bruce texted me because his comment
Bruce.
wasn't coming up.
Oh, okay.
Bruce said,
because my laptop's not working. It's working, but I got the Wi-Fi.
He said the true Hove right now is Randy Orton. Because of the longevity. Then he said that the Drake right now is Roman Reigns.
But Drake not hot right now.
No, it makes sense. No. It makes sense. I'm gonna tell you why. It's Drake because even though that Drake was hot,
was Randall.
But listen, even though that Drake was hot, like even when he was on top, a lot of niggas didn't fuck with him. But he was still making those hits. Because think about it. Niggas didn't fuck with Roman for a minute, but yet he was still making good matches.
Stop watching John. Is it John still on TV?
All right.
Oh, he hasn't come back on here.
Yeah.
All right. So let's.
But no. So we're not gonna finish the conversation?
We got.
All right, go ahead. Go.
We can finish this next week.
Nah. No, we're not.
The saga continues. Why not? It was a cool little game. We haven't done that in a while.
I'm gonna forget, so I'm not even gonna do it.
Why would I forget?
Go ahead, finish.
Mr. I want to be positive. Like, that's not really positive of you.
Finish.
So as we once again are coming down to this short but sweet episode, let's really this quick talk about this week in wrestling. We had this past week on where Rampage was at like midnight, and so I know ain't nobody watched that.
Why was that?
Because of NCAA college basketball. The Final Four shit is on, so that's why they had pushed them all the way to 11:30. So you had that. You had fucking Cowboy Brock Lesnar coming through with the forklift.
I was all for it.
Happened on SmackDown. That shit was wild. He took the door off and everything. I was like, "Who is this?"
Brock's a beast, son. I don't know why he's out here doing these shit.
And then on Raw, Kevin, the Academy Award goes to Kevin Steen -Owens.
Oh, that Stone Cold shit fooled everybody.
That shit, I was hot. Like, let me tell you, we were watching it here. And I was watching it on my phone on the train. And I was on my way home, and I was like, fucking Kevin Owens with this fake ass ballsy. This is hilarious. This is great. Then he gets in the ring, he's talking, and then when Austin's music hits again, every bit of regret hit me that I didn't go to Chicago. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And then he's psyching everyone out again. Like, Kevin Owens is a gem that we don't appreciate.
I've been saying that. Kevin Owens is probably the biggest star. One of the biggest stars to come out NXT Black and Gold.
Speaking about NXT,
actually, hold on. Besides the women, Kevin Owens is the biggest star to come out of NXT Black and Gold. There might be somebody else I'm missing, but as of right now, off the top of the head, the biggest star to come out of NXT Black and Gold is Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because he gets it.
I can't think of anybody else that came out of Black and Gold that had this kind of run.
Because he gets it. Like he gets it. He has to be a sports entertainer, and he's reliable. He's durable. Doesn't get injured, and he can play. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is, and with the whole Keith Lee thing is, for you to succeed in WWE, you have to learn how to play a heel and a good guy. And once you understand that concept, you forever will have a job. Look at Big Show. He had a job for mad long, boy. Because he understands that if I need you for this role, you could do it. Why do you think the Miz can have this role? You have to be diverse. Simple. Kevin Owens is very diverse. He could be a good guy. He could be a bad guy. You understand it? He's likable. So he cracked the code.
Jericho has very small hands.
First of all, Jericho's blowout right now is elite. Let me tell you.
But you are right. You are right. It's this. You got to play the character, but also Kevin Owens is just on another level of charisma.
He's just different. Yeah, like he need to be teaching classes for real.
He got that check from them too, boy.
He said, I spoke to Vince. And Vince said he wanted me, so I said okay, and I signed. I was like,
yeah, because the thing is, you, and I've said this before, you can put him anywhere. There are certain wrestlers that can be put anywhere on the card and succeed.
Those are
It's a
rarities.
gift and a curse because sometimes you don't ever get to go over that mountain of being champion a lot because you're such a utility player. But Kevin Owens is the definition of like, yo, next man up. Somebody's down. I'll take the spot and take care of things. There's a ton of roles that he's played and he's been heel face and he's put over so many people. He's like the Mick Foley of our time, kind of like how Eddie Kingston is the Mick Foley over there, or the Bray Wyatt, the Bray Wyatt, which one I'm talking, like people who just get the creative process of professional wrestling. Like we love moves and stuff, but when you see somebody that can embody professional wrestling when it comes to like the art form, like getting the psychology, the just having the charisma to do stuff, and it doesn't even matter how they look. They just get it. Like Kevin Owens is a professional wrestler, and he's an ROH guy too.
Yeah, he's an original. Like he's like one of the, definitely a big deal from the ROH time.
Say what you may say about Jim Cornette, but a lot of dudes who came out during that era, Jim Cornette, are still employed by WWE.
Well, because he emphasized a lot about character work and the basic stuff.
So a lot of these dudes still have jobs
because he knew what Vince liked and what he was looking for. We can listen. Vince said it in his interview. The education you get at WWE is Ivy League material.
You can go anywhere in the world like that.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because when you look at a character like Razor Ramon, right? I'm talking to these wrestling fans at work. They're not as deep at it, so the conversation's a little more raw. And they said it. I remember all these old school guys because of their characters. I remember all these promos. Even they didn't say video, but they say promos, commercials they have to them. It developed their characters, and this is how people become memorable. Is your character work? It's not the most cool moves you could do. Everyone could do fucking cool moves. It's your character work. Why do you think that every time somebody see Darius Carter, people fall in love with him? Simple. No, nobody can name no move he does, but they could repeat all the action that he does, like all the character work he does within the ring. This is why Darius Carter is a sin why he's not signed to anybody. I'm just saying.
He will be.
Well, yeah, I think, but also too, that may not be. Sometimes that may not be the person's ultimate goal either. Like they may want to think back to when, and once again, thank you to Nick Aldis for taking the time last week, and joining us when he spoke about I could have been somewhere and I could have did this and I could have done that, and I just saw more value in doing the things that I like to do and on my terms. So I think that's kind of the beauty side in wrestling. May not be always the cost efficient thing, but to have that ability to just kind of move the way you want to is sometimes, there's no price on that. Last few things before we do head out. There was a really big rumor, so that they're setting up, I guess, a huge match for Almas, my little African boo, for WrestleMania, and there was a rumor that the person is no other than the Almighty.
Yo, if Bobby Lashley comes back in less than a month and a half, 2 months, whatever the fuck he is, yeah, he is a god.
John Cena treatment.
Yeah, he's a god.
How dope would that be for a WrestleMania moment,
bro? That's fire.
But will Almas win?
No,
maybe
because I'm not having the Almighty lose to Almas.
You know what? If it ended up happening, I don't see it ending clean.
I don't care what it ends like. He gets beat up. He runs a hurt business.
Low key, if you watch, it was on Shelton Benjamin's Instagram the other day because they were doing 2K22 at AT&T Stadium. They were playing the game, and him and Cedric was on some like, yo, we gotta get Bobby. We gotta get a plan together. Like they've been talking about that for a week. So I mean,
listen,
you never know.
I need another Hurt Business, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I need
another reincarnation of the Hurt
Business.
My thing is this way. I find it kind of weird that Roman could have a whole team, but Brock Lesnar can't.
You said Brock Lesnar?
I mean, Bobby Lashley cannot have a team, but Roman can, right?
Roman's is a little different because that's his family. So that goes.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. Okay. Bobby Lashley. I'm in the hurt business. This is my business. I hurt people. So why can't I have the same thing?
Bobby literally said.
Stop making excuses for this.
I'm telling you what was said.
All right, we're not talking. All right, take away what we saw on screen. I'm talking about what's really going behind the scenes. It makes no sense. Why Roman can have a whole crew, but yet Bobby Lashley can't. All I'm saying is this. I'm being a conspiracy theory, so let me put on my tinfoil hat. Real talk, I think Paul Heyman orchestrated that because it keeps Roman a lot stronger than having another group to like compare him to. That's what I think. Because it's like, to me, it's just like Roman can have a crew, but not Bobby though, right? I'm just saying.
I don't think it's that way, but it's a good conspiracy. But let me get out of here, guys.
Yes. So any last things? Oh, next week, guys that are watching the live feed, we will be doing our WrestleMania predictions. We will actually be recording 2 days earlier, so we will be live Tuesday night next week on StreamYard. So make sure to tune in for that when we once again break down WrestleMania as we welcome WrestleMania week is almost upon. So we'll definitely spend majority of the episode talking about WrestleMania, breaking down also NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, which looks to be a really, really good card. So I'm excited. Any last words? Oh, once again, you guys can check out it's Unsanctioned with, of course, Sir Wilkins of the Jobbertears podcast.
It'll be in the description below on YouTube and on whatever listen to your earbuds, whatever.
Also, don't forget Battle Club Pro has their first show coming up of the year.
You already know 420 because it'll be
Women Crush Wednesday, April 20th. We'll be back, Brooklyn, New York. The main event will be Trish Adora versus Big Swole for the Icons title. And we do have a few other matches we will be announcing towards the end of this week. So just stay tuned for that. But it's going to be a really, really interesting show.
If you're looking for quality wrestling, if you want somebody to train you right, Fallout Shelter, building future wrestlers of tomorrow, today.
Shout out to the Fallout Shelter as always. So yes, make sure to tune in next week for our WrestleMania show. And then the boys once again will be
at shout out to the Hive. Y'all know who y'all are.
The who?
The Hive.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Make sure to RSVP for the WrestleMania viewing party. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mrblacc. # Black Excellence. # We Are Out.
Got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.